Welcome. I'm Karina from Heal and Blossom. Today I want to talk to you about a very important topic. It's something that happens in our society. It's something that we're exposed to a lot in our culture, especially in the media and in the movies and literature that we consume, and something that really changes our perception of how our life is supposed to be. It really influences our expectation of what our life is supposed to be. I'm talking about this notion that we can't be happy unless we are in a relationship. And if you look around you, it's something that is promoted everywhere. A lot of movies always go on about finding your true love and removing obstacles on your way to your true love, and then you live happily ever after. And then you live happily ever after. It's like you can't live happily until you find yourself in a relationship. And that is a very, very toxic way of looking at relationships. Because what happens is, a lot of us are brought up with this notion that we are somehow less, that we are somehow not complete until we are with someone. For example, even the language that we use, we refer to our love, we refer to them as our other half, as if us, ourselves, we are not whole, we are not complete without that other someone being there to complete us. And why is that such a negative way of looking at it? Of course, being in a relationship with someone is absolutely wonderful, it's fulfilling, it can bring great joys, but it can only work if you approach a relationship if you are whole, if you are complete yourself. Why? Because what happens is, a lot of us, we start to, through the media and through what we are taught, we start to look for our happiness elsewhere. We start to look for the happiness outside. We look for someone to fill the hole that is in us. And what does that mean? It means that we're always dependent on someone else to give us happiness. And we don't have our own happiness and we don't have our own love to give. And what does that mean? It means that when you meet someone else who is also looking for someone to fill that hole for them, to make them complete, they are also in the mode of receiving. They're not in the mode of giving. So you have two people meeting together who both want to get something out of a relationship. They're not there to give. They both hope that the other person will make them complete, will make them whole, will make them happy finally, will give them all this love. But that other person can't give them anything because they themselves don't have that. So how does it work? It doesn't work. It makes no sense. So what happens is, in order to really have a wonderful relationship, you need to first find the happiness and find the love within yourself. Because when you are dependent on someone else to provide you happiness, you can become resentful towards that other person. You can start playing games with that other person. Oh, I will manipulate them somehow so that they give me something, and I will withdraw that so that they give me something, or I will do this and that. You stop being authentic and you start suffering. You start feeling resentments towards that other person because they can't give you what you need, because they themselves don't have it. So it's this paradox, but we all, especially now when our society is so consumerist that even relationships have become consumerist. I mean, you look at dating apps where you swipe left or right to approve someone or disapprove someone, and you have a relationship and it doesn't work, and in your mind you have it that there is this wide marketplace on the latest app that can give you the happiness that you want, when you are not addressing the core concern, the core issue of this whole thing. And the issue is that you can't be in a healthy, authentic, loving relationship until you fill that hole for yourself, until you take the responsibility for your happiness yourself, until you love yourself, and until you approach relationships from a place of abundance, from a place of giving and not receiving. And a wonderful, magnificent thing happens when you approach a relationship from that place, you could think that, oh, but if I have all this love, if I'm happy by myself, then what is the point of me being in a relationship? But the point is, when you approach a relationship from a place of abundance, and when you can give, and when both people are in that place of abundance and both people give love, suddenly something magical happens. That relationship is just pure and authentic, and there are no games being played, there is no manipulation happening, there is none of this, you give me that, I'll give you this. You can express yourself and you can be yourself in that relationship, and you can share experiences with your partner without thinking, without scheming, without manipulating. You can just be, and you can give, and then you can also receive the love from another person, but not from a place of want and need, but from a place of abundance. And that is why the work that I do here at Heal a Blossom with the people that I work with is about making sure that the first thing that you do is about building that love and happiness within yourself, loving and being happy by yourself and with yourself, so that for the future you can have this wonderful foundation of love and abundance that you can build any other relationships on. So please, when you look at other people and they're happy, and you look at yourself and you're miserable and all alone, don't hurry into a relationship just because you want to fill the void. Nothing will fill the void unless you fill it yourself with your own love, with your own happiness. Now, I know that this is a lot to take on, and if you have any questions, please let me know, because it's a topic I am very passionate about, and there is so much more behind this, and I'm happy to answer any questions that you have. And share this video with someone or with anyone who you think might need to hear this, because you never know who might need to hear this message today. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you like this content, or if you would like to receive more videos from me. Thank you very much for listening. I'm sending you much, much love. Goodbye.